Buonasera, we are at day 11 of our wine quarantine. Tonight I'm going to take you to a very special place, the island of Sicily. A beautiful, beautiful region full of color, full of culture, full of history, fantastic food, great people, and definitely excellent wines. And the grape of which I want to talk to you about specifically, it's called Grillo. Grillo is a grape that for a long time was thought to actually originate from the Italian word grillo or cricket, although we now know that Grillo comes from the Sicilian dialect word grilli, which means pips or seeds because the amount of actual seeds contained in the berry. We know that Grillo it's actually considered to be the highest quality grape variety of the island, although there hasn't been historically a lot of documentation about this specific grape. First document we find is 1882, and not until 1892, so 10 years later, we find the mention about Grillo used for the production of the famous Marsala wines. Figured that in the 1930s, such grape had become so popular, 60% of the territories of the provinces of Trapani and Marsala was printed with Grillo, most importantly for the production of Marsala. Also, Grillo resisted quite well the phylloxera, which is this aphid that came and destroyed most of the vineyards of Europe, although at the same time as people started to replant, they decided to replant mostly with Insolia, another local grape that is more productive because at that time, the mindset was more about quantity rather than quality. Interestingly enough, we know who the parents of Grillo are. So Grillo basically was born out of the romantic encounter between Catarratto and Moscato di Alessandria, also known as Zibibbo, used on the island of Pantelleria, right? So as far as the grape and the bunch itself, Grillo suffers from sunburn. So it's definitely a grape that you want to use some sunscreen with, meaning that if you do too much de-leafing, too much sun hits the bunches, eventually Grillo loses its aromatic bouquet. So it's very important to pay attention to these details in the vineyards to eventually produce wines of high quality, right? So now Grillo has changed throughout his history. He's been a bit like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in the sense that the past expressions of Grillo were earthier, were fatter, were more textural, almost like a tannic structure, versus the more modern styles of Grillo, since there's been a renaissance of such varietal, are more like lemony, herbal, fresh, crisp, nice acidity, so more, in line with the times, basically. So today's wine I wanted to show you, it's a wine called the Sur by Donna Fugata. So Sur actually is an Arabic word due to the many centuries of Arab colonizations, which means actually cricket in Arab. So just in reference to the kind of mix up of the two words. So we look at the wine in the glass. It's got this beautiful, beautiful straw, slightly more lemony color, but at the same time I can see this beautiful green highlights. So you can see still beautiful vibrancy, beautiful youthfulness in the glass. And when you smell the wine, there's immediately this green melon quality. There's like a pink grapefruit that's for sure there. There's also an element of peach, wildflower. So really, really beautiful notes that really pop and burst through the glass. Then you take a sip, and the wine is beautifully refreshing. Great, great acidity, great vibrancy, wonderful tension. So really the wine keeps the palate engaged, refreshed, and very zippy. So this is a great wine to enjoy as an aperitivo, and God knows how important the aperitivo moment is for us Italian more than anything else in our lives, right? So with that being said, I want to wish you a good evening, be healthy, in alto I cuori, and till tomorrow for another wine story. Ciao!